Hi students, good morning. So today topic is electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. So last class we have discussed about ionization energy. So this class we are going to discuss about electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. So I tell you the reason, I tell you the meaning, what is mean by electron affinity, what is mean by electron gain enthalpy. So first of all, here if you have seen what is mean by electron affinity, the amount of energy, okay, or electron gain enthalpy, the amount of energy released when on 1 mole of electron, when on 1 mole of electron when mole of electron are added to the outermost cell of 1 mole of isolated gaseous atom, okay. So the amount of energy required released, so the when amount of energy released when we are adding 1 mole of electron with 1 mole of electron with isolated gaseous neutral atom. 1 mole of isolated gaseous neutral atom, that is called as, what is that? Electron gain enthalpy. So here we have seen that last class, ionization energy. Ionization energy means the amount of energy released, the amount of energy required to add one electron to the valence shell of an atom, okay va? So the amount of energy required, okay va, or electron add பண்ணதுக்கு எவ்வளவு energy தேவைப்படுதோ, that is ionization enthalpy. So here electron gain enthalpy means the amount of energy released by an atom, okay, while we are adding electron in valence cell, okay va? Sir, why it is releasing electrons, sir? Because we know that here if we have taken any any atom, actually it is having the balanced atomic structure, okay, it is having balanced atomic structure, okay. So if it wants to accommodate a new electron, okay, suppose I have taken here, so one atom, okay, one atom I have taken, so here atoms are having the electrons. So any atom electrically neutral, it's having equal number of electron, equal number of proton. So அப்ப நம்ம புதுசா ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை ஆட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா, so என்ன பண்ணணும், so it should accommodate the, what is that atom, it wants to accommodate the new electron, okay, it should lose some energy, it should lose some energy to accommodate the new electron. So that energy, so if it is not losing, it cannot gain the electron. So that's why when it is gaining the electron, yeah, so the particular atom will lose the energy. That energy is called as, what is that? Electron gain enthalpy, okay va? So yeah, electron gain enthalpy. So here so this is one example. We have taken one atom as a X, we are adding the, what is that, electron. So what it is becoming anion, okay. After it is gained one electron, it's becoming anion, gaseous anion. So here just we have taken the example of fluorine and nitrogen. So fluorine and nitrogen, when we are adding the electron with the fluorine, what is happening? Fluorine is becoming F minus, okay, F minus, okay. So here if we have taken the two values I have given, delta H and EA is nothing, it is electron affinity value, please keep in your mind, electron affinity value, okay. So here nitrogen, when you are adding one electron with nitrogen, what is happening? It is becoming N minus anion. So here you have to listen well. If the delta H, okay, this is nothing, okay, delta H, it is amount of energy released, okay, amount of energy released. Delta H, it is minus, it is actually, what is that, here positive, okay. So delta H, you have to listen very well. Delta H value, if it is negative, okay, if it is negative, that is exothermic process, okay, exothermic process. But you have to see if they are given the value, energy value, electron affinity value, if they are given in positive, okay. So positive, okay, positive, then that is also, what is that, that is also exothermic process, okay. Delta H is nothing, change in enthalpy, okay, change in enthalpy, if it is negative, that is exothermic, you can easily keep in your mind. But don't get a confusion, if they have given the electron affinity in the negative, positive value, okay, electron affinity positive value கொடுத்துட்டாங்க அப்படினா, so that is indication of, what is that, exothermic process. Please don't get a confusion. Shine is very important, positive or negative, okay. This is delta H, this is electron affinity, okay. Same as it is electron affinity if they given in the negative value, so that is, what is that? Endothermic process. That's very important. Please keep in your mind and note it. Okay, electron affinity if they have given in the negative, okay, if they have given in the negative, that is endothermic process. That is, if they given in the negative, that is endothermic process. Okay, if they given in the positive, that is exothermic process. Please note it this. Delta H, you know that, okay, delta H change in the enthalpy. Okay, delta H means change in enthalpy. So easily you will keep in your mind. Okay, delta H positive means endothermic, delta H negative means exothermic. But electron gain enthalpy, you should not, what is that? You will get a confusion. So if you are getting confusion, please keep in your mind. Apply opposite. Delta H ko opposite is, okay, delta H positive na electron affinity negative இருக்கும். delta H negative இருக்குன்னா electron gain enthalpy positive இருக்கும். Please note it this. Okay, so then here this is called as, actually, what is that? Electron affinity, electron gain enthalpy, the amount of energy released when we are adding the electron in isolated gaseous neutral atom. So that is called as, to become anion, monovalent anion is called as electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Okay, so guys, if you listen here, suppose I think you have noted, I'll run here. So when we are adding, suppose monovalent atoms also is there. Okay, monovalent anions also is there. Divalent anions also is there. Suppose I have taken one element A. Okay, one element A I have taken. Okay, I am adding the first electron with a gaseous atom. I am adding the first electron here. So it's becoming A minus monovalent anion. So some energy will be coming out. That is actually electron affinity. Okay, so here addition of first electron. This is electron gain enthalpy. Okay, gain enthalpy. See, suppose if I am going to add a second electron with A minus. Here I am adding the electron with A neutral atom. So it's becoming, what is that? A minus. So it is actually electron gain enthalpy 1. Okay, suppose when I am coming to add the second electron with the A minus monovalent anion. Okay, so when I am coming to add the second electron in the anion, what is happening? So here we have to listen well. Okay, so this is negative charge. Okay, anion, it is a, what is that? Negative in nature. Okay, negative in nature. So what will happen means, it is a rich in electron. Okay, rich in electron, it is already having extra negative charge. So it is very difficult to, we are adding electron, upon negative repel each other. Am I right? So already here the electronic repulsion will be higher because it is negative in nature. So due to that, it is little difficult to add the electron with the A minus. Okay, anion oda electron add பண்றது என்னது, it's very difficult. Why? Because here it is negative, this is also negative charge, anion also negative in nature, electron also negative in nature. So it's little difficult to add the electron with the, what is that? Negative charge. So here what we are going to do means, just we have to, so even though we want to add the electron, okay, so then we should supply the energy. So okay guys, so here if you listen, addition of the first electron, okay, addition of first electron is always this exothermic. Okay, addition of first electron is always exothermic. So addition of the second electron is always is endothermic. Okay, so please note it this, It's very important point. Okay, so the addition of first electron with the neutral atom is always exothermic. Okay, but addition of second electron with a particular anion, okay, so what is that? Endothermic. We have to supply the energy. Okay, so because electron repulsion will be there, inter-electronic repulsion will be there, so it's very difficult to add the electron for second electron, add the electron in anion. So we must supply the energy. Okay, so that is the, what is that? Second point. Okay, so next one, here we are going to see factors affecting, what are the factors can affect the electron gain enthalpy? What are the factors? Okay, atomic size, then electron affinity. Factors affecting electron gain enthalpy. Okay, factors affecting electron gain enthalpy. So what are the factors? The first one, it is actually atomic size. So atomic size is inversely proportional to electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity, I can take it. Electron affinity. So atomic size, if it is okay, 1 minute. So electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity is inversely proportional to atomic size. Atomic size. So when atomic size decreases, what will happen? Electron affinity increases. Okay, so we will see that along the period and along the group. First, we just know that what are the factors. Okay, electron affinity is inversely proportional to atomic size. If atomic size decreases, electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity will be increasing. Then screening effect. So electron affinity is always inversely proportional to screening effect. Screening effect. Screening effect, if it is decreasing, what will happen? Electron gain enthalpy increases, because when the screening effect decreases, effective nuclear charge will be increasing. Okay, then easily it can add the electron. Attraction force will be increasing towards the valence shell. Then easily we can add the electron with the valence shell. Okay, so then third one. Third one, it is effective nuclear charge. Electron affinity is always directly proportional to effective nuclear charge. So if the effective nuclear charge increases, nuclear power will increase. If the nuclear power is increasing, the attraction power will be increasing. Then electron affinity also will be increases. Okay, so these are the factors affecting electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. So next one, variation of electron affinity. Okay, variation of or periodicity of electron affinity along the period and along the group. Okay, so just we'll see along the period. So along the period, what will happen? So electron gain enthalpy along the period, electron gain enthalpy along the period, what will happen? Electron gain enthalpy along the period, actually generally it is increases. Generally it is increases due to decreasing size of atom. Size of atom. Okay, atomic size so the electron gain enthalpy is increases. Okay, so it's very important point. Okay, but there is some exceptions are there that we will see. But generally what's happening means electron gain enthalpy along the period increases. Okay, electron affinity. That powerful. Why? Because along the period size of atom decreases. We know that. Okay, from when we are moving from left to right, what is happening? Size of atom decreases because effective nuclear charge is increasing. When the effective nuclear charge is increasing, we know that we are moving the second period. Lithium to what is that? Fluorine. So fluorine is the smallest size. Fluorine is having smallest in the size. Small in size. So it is having powerful nucleus. Then it can easily attract the electron. So it is having more electron affinity. Okay, so that's why along the period electron affinity is increasing. Okay, so but down the group, okay, when we are moving top to bottom, okay, top to bottom, what is happening means electron gain enthalpy is decreases, okay, because increasing size of atom. Size of atom, if it is, why it is increasing? Because here new, from when you're moving from one element to another element, what's happening, we are getting new principal cells. Suppose lithium is having 2 shell, then sodium 3 shell, potassium 4 shell. So like that, when you're moving down the group, what is happening, number of shells are new number of cells are adding. புது cells என்ன ஆகுது, புது energy shells வந்து add ஆக size of atom என்ன ஆகும், increase ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். So the increase in the size of atom, so upon increasing the size of atom, it is, what is that, it is predominant over the other properties like effective nuclear charge or screening effect. இதெல்லாம் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆனாலும் ஓகேங்களா, டவுன் த குரூப் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நியூக்ளியஸ்ல எலக்ட்ரான், புரோட்டான், எலக்ட்ரான் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆனாலும் ஷெல்ஸ் வந்து என்ன ஆகுது, இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு. அப்போ செல்ஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆக இன்னர் ஷெல்ஸ் என்ன ஆகும், இன்னர் ஷெல்ஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆக ஸ்கிரீனிங் எஃபெக்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். when the screening effect is increasing, what will happen so effective nuclear charge என்ன கம்மியாகும், nucleus power கம்மியாகும். even though the increase in atomic size, it is predominant over, it is overrule the other properties like a screening effect and effective nuclear charge. So electron gain enthalpy also decreases along the group. So some exception cases are there. So exception, what are the exceptions are there, we'll see here. Exception if you have taken, so along the period I told you, what is that, electron gain enthalpy is increases. Electron gain enthalpy is increases. So here exception case, if you have seen exceptions if you have seen, so exception is actually here when you have taken the electron gain enthalpy. Suppose I have taken nitrogen and phosphorus. After that I have taken the nitrogen, phosphorus na. So here what will come after nitrogen, oxygen will come, oxygen and sulfur will come. So before nitrogen, carbon will come, here silicon. So electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity of, so listen, of nitrogen and phosphorus, sulfur and what is that, oxygen and sulfur is very less. It is very less than carbon and silicon. But when you are moving, this is second period, third period. When you are moving along the period, what will happen, electron gain enthalpy increases. Generally electron gain enthalpy is increases, but here there is an exception. Nitrogen and sulfur, what is that, oxygen. Nitrogen and phosphorus if you have taken, so we will discuss later this one. Nitrogen and phosphorus, it is having less electron gain enthalpy than the, what is that, carbon and silicon. Why? Because if you have taken these two electronic configuration, what is that, what will happen, suppose nitrogen I am writing means, what is that electronic configuration of nitrogen, 1s2 2s2 2p3. For phosphorus 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p3. So here if you have taken the, what is this, stability. Stability of, what is that, of electronic configuration. So symmetry, so sulfur and nitrogen and phosphorus, it is having symmetrical electronic configurations. Electronic configuration symmetric half-filled orbitals. Yesterday itself I told you, last class itself I told you, symmetrical or half-filled or fully filled orbitals are more stable than other electronic configurations. So here it is p3, both are, it is having np3, what is that, electronic configuration in outermost shell. So stability, it is having extra stability. So due to extra stability, so here addition of electron in nitrogen and phosphorus in the inner shell, valence shell, it's very difficult. So here nitrogen and phosphorus la valence shell la electron add பண்றது என்னது, it is little difficult. Why? Because of stability of, what is that, p orbital. So here if you have taken carbon and what is that, these two are having general electronic configuration is, this is np2p, what is that, np2 will come. Okay, NP2 will come. Okay, carbon, what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p, what will come? 2p2, atomic number 6 na, so 2p2. So here what is that? 2p2. Then here it's very easy to half filled. What is that? It is not half filled, it is incompleted electronic configuration. Okay, then it's very easy to add the electron with the p orbital. Then that's why here it is having more attraction. Okay, easily we can add the electron. Okay, so than the nitrogen and phosphorus. This is one exception. Okay, so another one, if you have taken like a what is that? Second group elements. Okay, second group elements like phosphorus. Sorry, second group elements. What is that? Beryllium. Okay, then what is that? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium. Okay, alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals are, it's having a fully filled what is that? NS2 electronic configuration in valence shell. Okay, so magnesium, strontium, barium. Okay, alkali earth metals are having fully filled subcell. Okay, fully filled orbital of NS2 electronic configuration. In valence shell, it's having fully filled s orbital. So it is difficult to add the electron with what is that? Alkali metals. So alkali metals, it is having less electron affinity, or what is that? Zero electron affinity. Okay, zero electron. Okay, theoretically it is zero. Okay, so less electron affinity. Okay, so then same as it is if we have taken inert gas elements. Okay, inert gas elements. Inert gas elements, you know that helium, neon, okay, argon, krypton, these all the elements also, it is having what is that? Theoretically it is the value, theoretically electron affinity value of inert gas elements are zero. Okay, so because it's having NS2 NP6 electronic configuration, NS2 NP6 electronic configuration in valence shell. So due to NS2 NP6 fully filled orbital, okay, so it is difficult to add the electron because it is stable electronic configuration. So here what is that? Electron affinity of or electron gradient enthalpy, electron affinity of inert gas elements are zero. Okay, so this is about that. What is that exception case? And when you have taken the third group under third period and second period, first and second what is that? First and second elements. Okay, so just to listen. What is the third point? Third point, it is I have taken the what is that? Boron. Okay, carbon, then nitrogen, after that oxygen, fluorine will come. So here what will come? Aluminium will come, then silicon will come. Okay, aluminium, silicon, then here phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. So as I told you, down the group, what will happen? Electron affinity will be decreasing. Okay, so electron affinity on the group down the group decreases, but there is an exception. So here if you have taken fluorine, it is having less electron affinity than the chlorine. Okay, same as it is sulfur, it is having more affinity than the what is that? Oxygen. Phosphorus, same as it is, phosphorus having more electron affinity than the what is that? Nitrogen. Okay, so here leave this. Okay, here if you have taken the aluminum, okay, aluminum is having more electron affinity than the what is that? Boron. What is the reason, sir? Reason, here if you have taken the, suppose fluorine and the chlorine I have taken. Okay, fluorine. Okay, fluorine actually it is very smallest element than the chlorine. Fluorine atomic size, when we are comparing with the chlorine, fluorine is having very smallest in size. Okay, very small in size. So small in size, atomic size chinnada irukumbodhu electronic repulsion, okay, small in size but more number of electrons. Okay, small in size, more number of electrons. Okay, so electronic repulsion, okay, due to small in size, inter-electronic repulsion is more in the fluorine. Okay, electronic repulsion, inter-electronic repulsion is more in the fluorine. So it is difficult to add the electron with the fluorine. That's why here what is that? Chlorine is having more electron affinity than the fluorine, because very important point actually, because small in size, same as it is oxygen and sulfur. Oxygen and sulfur, if you have taken, due to small in size of sulfur, atomic size of sulfur and oxygen, when you are comparing, size of oxygen is very small when you are comparing with the sulfur. So when the size is decreasing, number of electrons also increases. When the number of electrons are increases, electron density also increases. Okay, small in size, more number of electrons. So the inter-electronic repulsion will be higher. So due to that, it is very difficult to add the electron, because electron is negative charge. Already inter-electronic repulsion is more in the atom. So that's why here, what is that? Sulfur is having more electron affinity than the oxygen. This is very important point. Please note it, guys. Okay, so next, just we'll discuss the some MCQs. We'll see that. And there is a difference actually, guys. You have to listen well. Electron affinity and electron gain enthalpy. There is a difference. Okay, electron affinity, electron affinity. Okay, I write it like this: affinity and gain enthalpy. So n or gain energy, I tell you. Okay, gain enthalpy. So affinity and the gain enthalpy, there is a difference. Okay, affinity means, so the tendency to attract electron. Okay, tendency to attract electron. That is the word we are giving for what is that? Electron affinity. Okay, so electron gain enthalpy means the amount of energy released. So electron gain enthalpy is always mentioned in negative charge. Electron gain enthalpy, it is a very important point. Please note it. Electron gain enthalpy is always mentioned in negative in charge. Okay, so here you have to listen well. Electron affinity, it is indication or it is mentioning that nucleus power. Okay, you have to listen well. Okay, nucleus power. Okay, so that is electrostatic force between electron and proton. That is electron affinity. But electron gain enthalpy, it is the amount of energy released. How much energy is released from an atom. That is called as electron gain enthalpy. So then electron gain enthalpy, so always mentioned in negative. Please note it this. Always mentioned in negative. So it's very important point. Okay, electron gain enthalpy is different from electron affinity. Affinity is actually, it is talking about the electrostatic force, electron and proton. Okay, so ability of powerful nucleus. Okay, it is talking about the affinity is talking about the nucleus power. But electron gain enthalpy, it is talking about that amount of energy released. So the electron gain enthalpy is always mentioned in negative. So if two atoms are there, okay, suppose X and Y, two atoms are there. Okay, so suppose that if you have taken the delta H equal to minus 300 kilojoule per mole. Okay, it is electron gain enthalpy of X order electron gain enthalpy delta H equal to minus 300 kilojoule per mole. Suppose if I have taken the electron gain enthalpy of Y delta H equal to minus 250 kilojoule per mole. So which is having more more electron gain enthalpy, sir. Okay, so this is so the atom which is having more powerful nucleus, that will have more negative charge. Okay, so when we are moving along down the group, what will happen means so electron gain enthalpy elements or electron gain enthalpy value negative value and I don't decrease it. Okay, so less negative value. When you are moving along the period, okay, elements will have more electron gain enthalpy negative value. Negative value, please note it, this very important point. Yeah, this is difference between electron gain enthalpy and electron affinity, but both process actually when adding electron with the atom. Okay, so this is electron gain enthalpy, guys. Next class we'll discuss about electron negativity. Thank you so much.